Okay, welcome everyone. I'd like to call to order the Planning Commission meeting of Monday, May 16th, 2011. Roll call.
Val Gomez,
Here.
Jesse Rodriguez,
Here.
Joanne Morris,
Here.
Monique Kermis,
Here.
Richard Medina,
Present.
Patricia Namoff.
Here.
We have a quorum. Would everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have the minutes from May 2nd, 2011 public hearing and May 2nd, 2011 regular meeting. We have a motion to approve the minutes of these two meetings.
So moved.
May I have a second?
I second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes.
Jesse Rodriguez,
Yes.
Joanne Morris,
Yes.
Monique Kermis,
Yes.
Richard Medina,
Abstain.
Patricia Namoff.
Yes.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have the city planners report.
Good evening, Commissioners. The first project is Dollar General. It's located at 1405 East Columbus Drive. Representatives Mann Construction are present. Description is seeking site and construction plan approval. Variance was approved and granted by the BZA on Monday, May 9th, 2011. The variance was for their parking lot and for their signage. They asked to have signage along the north side of Columbus and the east and west side of the building, as represented here in their plans. That was approved by the BZA, and there was a grant for variance for their parking as well. They are sharing parking with the Dairy Queen, and that has been an easement agreement that's been in place for long-term running ever since Walgreens was at this location.
Are you going to speak on this, or the
I
gentleman?
can bring the representative forward if you want to say.
Okay. If you could- Can we please have your name and address and title?
My name is William Trahan, and my address is 11200 Sparrow, Houghton Lake, Michigan. My title is Owner's Agent for Dollar General. I work for Mann Construction. I represent Dollar General in about 6 or 7 states. What we're bringing before you today is the plan for the renovation of this building, the new signage to be installed. We are looking to fill in a door back over here and install a double door, remove the overhead roll-up doors that were back there, and then to point repair some of the masonry, install some new lighting, and to paint the brick surface on there so that it's all uniform with 2 different colors, a darker color above and a lighter color down below, rather than the mixture of bricks that's on there now.
Does anybody have any questions on?
I have one question. The BZA actions, they have to get approved by the Common Council?
No, sir, it was a variance of development standards, so it's just a BZA approval.
Nothing, Fred.
Jesse?
No.
Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
Just for my benefit, what's the next procedure on this?
With your approval today, they will be allowed to start pulling permits and begin remodeling of the project.
So we just basically make a motion to approve the variance?
To approve, or not the variance, but to approve the site plan. and
Site
construction.
planning? And so we're the final say then?
Pardon, sir?
We're the final say, it doesn't have to go,
The final say at this point.
no further questions? May I entertain a motion to approve the variance?
President, I move that we approve site and construction plan approval for Dollar General, 1405 East Columbus Drive.
I second the motion.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Jesse Rodriguez,
Yes.
Joanne Morris,
Yes.
Monique Kermis,
Yes.
Richard Medina,
Yes.
Patricia Namoff.
Yes.
Variance has been approved. Thank you.
Commissioners, second item on your agenda is a uniform schedule of planning and zoning fees. In your packets, the planning department included an itemized list of possible fees that we feel could be captured to create additional revenue for the city of East Chicago. We have compared these price rates to the surrounding areas, Hammond, city of Gary, as well as Porter County. We went over another county to see where we're at as far as their fees too. It's just open for discussion right now. I have spoken to Mr. Allegretti, the attorney for your board, and he said if there is additional discussion, we can start it now, or the attorney and I could get together next week or maybe this week and begin to hash out a possible resolution. Is that?
What is the present fee structure?
The uniform schedule of fees was mentioned in the zoning ordinance and the subdivision ordinance, but we cannot find any mention of the actual document that demonstrates the fees that have been set by the city of East Chicago in the prior history. So this was an attempt to create that document so that some fees and revenue could be captured from some of the services offered through the planning department.
So we weren't charging any fees before?
No, sir, there is no fees at all.
So there was an ordinance, but the fee structure wasn't.
We believe it wasn't created. We believe the ordinance was created for the subdivision, which mentioned fee structure, but we don't think the fee structure ever was created. We checked the clerk's office, the controller's office, and we went through our file cabinets till we couldn't find anything.
Fixing these fees actually is a legislative function. It's not, actually, I don't think the Plan Commission has authority to fix its own fees, even though the idea can originate here. I suppose it's not entirely necessary to prepare a resolution. You could direct that the city planner and I submit an appropriate resolution to the Common Council, maybe sponsored by Mr. Medina, and go in that fashion rather than making it more complicated. If everyone is comfortable with the fee schedule, of course. Maybe it needs further discussion and maybe it should be subject for another meeting, but just some thoughts.
Sure.
Well, out of curiosity, if it was left out of the fee structure was left out of the ordinance?
Yes, sir.
Present?
Yes, sir.
So do we just have to amend that ordinance to add this on there?
I would think we would give reference to that ordinance number.
So we don't have, the council doesn't have to change the present ordinance, just add this to the existing one. Is that correct, or?
Since the only ordinance we could find refers to a fee schedule on file somewhere, but it's not on file anywhere, that's not a very good practice. It's good to have the fee schedule contained specifically. I mean, the only thing, there's a zoning map, which of course is on file at the Plan Commission, which is is a kind of a fluid document, but fee structure should be contained in an ordinance and modified periodically as decided by the legislative body, rather than just be sitting in some drawer in some administrator's office. So probably the better practice is to seek some kind of a ordinance adopted by the Common Council to establish the fees. As I say, it is a legislative function, not an administrative one.
So
We don't have to pass a motion, we basically just instruct Mr. Williams and Mr. Allegretti.
I think that'll work. If we're happy with the fees, maybe they require some further discussion.
And you say these are similar to the surrounding communities?
Yes, sir. Some are new. The city of Hammond contacted me today and said there are no fee structures for BZA appearances. But there are fee structures for BZA appearances in Porter County.
And are these lower, higher, or sort of in between, or
Actually, we're lower.
lower?
Yes, sir. And we're right on the number on a few of the items, but overall, we're lower.
Does anybody else have any other questions? Or?
Mr. Williams,
ma'am.
compared to the old rates, by what percentage did these fees go up?
We couldn't find any documentation of the old rates, so we're trying to establish rates presently.
Okay.
Any other questions from the commissioners? So basically, I could just instruct you and Mr. Allegretti to work on a presentation to the council?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if nobody has any objections, I'll do so. We don't need a motion then, or do we?
I don't believe we need a motion on this, Mr. Allegretti. I think it's just discussion at this point, right?
I guess if we're satisfied with the rates, we could adopt a motion to direct Mr. Williams and I to prepare an appropriate ordinance and submit it, try to get a sponsor before the Common Council and appear before the council and participate in whatever legislative process that brings.
Okay. Is everybody satisfied with the rates? Any questions on rates?
No.
And I'll entertain a motion to everything our attorney, Mr. Allegretti, just
So move.
Second.
roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes.
Jesse Rodriguez,
Yes.
Joanne Morris,
Yes.
Monique Kermis,
Yes.
Richard Medina,
Yes.
Patricia Nalmoff.
Yes.
That concludes my
Thank you.
And Mr. Allegretti?
Yes, sir.
You can go ahead and put me as sponsor for the resolution and/or ordinance. I'm not sure how you're going to prepare that document.
Okay, I think on ordinance, and okay, I will do that. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any public comments? Any further comments from the commissioners? On old business, new business? Okay, our next meeting is scheduled for Monday, June 6, 2011 at 5 p.m. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Jesse Rodriguez,
Yes.
Joanne Morris, Monique Kermis,
Yes.
Richard Medina,
Yes.
Patricia Nalmoff.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.